Hi all, welcome back. My name is Vivek and today we are going to talk about a sensor which is an ultrasound sensor. In the previous module we have spoken about IR sensor and we also spoken about the LDR sensor. Right? So what is this ultrasound sensor and what use it can be? We will just quickly look into that. Okay. So today I'm going to use a sensor which is called a HCSR04 ultrasound sensor. This sensor has got 4 pins. Okay, so one is a ground pin, one is a 5-volt pin, then I have a trigger pin, and then I have a echo pin. Right. So ultrasound sensor works with the principle where sound waves is being sent. Okay, and when it is echoed back from an obstacle, you can find the distance of the nearest obstacle, right? Or where it finds an obstacle, right? So I'll quickly show you my sensor. This is how my sensor looks like. If you can see, there are 4 pins over here. One is VCC, okay, and this is my VCC. This is my ground. The rightmost corner is the ground. The second pin is my trigger pin, which sends sound signal, and then echo is like which receives the sound signal back, right? This is how my connection looks like. Anyway, when we go back to our circuit diagram, I'll show you that. Okay, I'm also going to connect my Arduino board so you can see through my webcam also, right? Okay, perfect. So this is what it looks like in my connection. I'm gonna connect this right now. I have a Arduino board, so I'm gonna connect this in my USB. Okay, and then I'll show you my connection. Okay, so before I show you that, okay, it will look something like this, which you can see on my page. But this is what my Arduino board and this is what my sensor looks like. Right. So now if you can see over here, right, the yellow one, okay, the yellow one is basically going to my 5-volt supply. Okay, and let me just pull it a little bit up or near. Okay, right, the yellow one has gone to a 5-volt supply. Okay, the brown one has gone to a ground. Okay, the blue one has gone to blue one. Okay, so let me see the blue one has gone to a pin number 4. Okay, which is a echo, and trigger is on a pin number 2. Okay, and that is a trigger is a green one, right? So this is exactly the same connection which you can see over here. Okay, on my this is my sensor and this is my Arduino board, right? So you can see it there, right? So I'm going to connect it to my laptop. Okay, and let me just take a couple of minutes. Okay, so now it is being connected. Now what we will do, we will see the code base first, right? uh, so this is how my code base looks like. Let me just quickly open my code base, right? Okay, we'll open my code base and distance sensor. Okay, this is my distance sensor. Perfect, right? So what it is going to do now, if you can see, I'll explain you the code, and in parallel what we are going to do, we are going to compile and upload it in my Arduino board. So I'm going to do that. It is doing a compiling and I'll explain you the code. So I have 2 pins which I've defined as an integer variable. One is a trigger pin, one is an echo pin, right? I'm not doing anything in my setup, though it is a best practice to do in the setup. Okay, so all of this can go into a setup. Okay, this should not be a loop activity. It should have been a setup activity, but again we will not go into detail of that. But what we are going to do is we have set a trigger pin which is an output pin. Okay, and then we have okay, so this is trigger pin goes low. Okay, so it sends out a low signal. Okay, or a low sound wave, low pulse signal. Okay, then I have a echo pin which is my input pin. So once it gets returned, okay, it will this is where I'll hit back my the sound waves will return on this pin and I'll receive an input, right? I have a function called pulse in. What it does it takes the echo pin, okay, and sets it to high. Okay, and that will return me the duration. Okay, and then I have this is an inbuilt function with the Arduino, and it will return me the duration. Now what I'm going to do with this duration, I'm going to convert this duration into minutes and sorry, in meters and inches, centimeters and inches. I have defined two functions. One, you see this, okay, that will return me the output in inches, and I have another function that will return the output in my centimeter, and then I'm going to print it. Okay, let me show you this two function. So microseconds to inches. So basically the time it will return, it is in microseconds. The duration will be returned in microseconds. Now I'm going to convert my microseconds into inches, and it is like divided by 74 divided by 2. See, it is 74 because it has to convert into basically inches and then give me the result. Okay, and 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter, right? So that's what it is. And this, it is like, why it is divided by 2, because it has to go and come back, right? So that is why we are divided by 2. So, right, according to parallel datasheet for ping, there are 73.74 microseconds per inch. That sound wave travels at the rate of 1113 feet per second. So that is how you calculate it as 74. Okay, 2 you can understand because it has to go this way and then it will return, right? So I have to calculate only a single way. Similarly over here, sound waves travel at this rate, okay, 29 microseconds per centimeter. That is why I divided by 29 and calculate the distance in centimeter, right? So now we are fairly good enough. Okay, what we will do, we will quickly run my so now it is done. We have to see the output. Now if you can see the output, it will start. So it's throwing me in inches and centimeter. Now if you can see, now let me do one thing. Now you can see my left hand. I'll put my left hand nearer to the sound waves or nearer to my sensor. Now I'm making it very near to my sensor. Now if you see this, 2 inches 7. Okay, let me just do one more time. Okay, right, if you can see this, I'm going to increase it. I'm going to increase it. Now it is 2 inch, now it is 5 inch or 4 inch. Now I make it a more, right, little more, little more, little more, little more, little more. Now remove my hand. Now it goes to the ceiling and the come back, right? So this is how the sensor works. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover as part of the sound sensor or the ultrasound sensor. Thanks for joining this session. We'll meet into the next session and we'll learn more about other sensors. Okay, till then, goodbye.